13 God's Tiny Clothes. Around the time I was 7, I had my first dream of God. Although I knew my brother was God, I didn't really know what avatar meant. This dream helped me to understand. I dreamt that I was way up in the sky, sitting on a big, fluffy white cloud. I was sitting on the edge of this cloud, my legs dangling over the side. Seated before me was this enormous man, a tremendous being. He didn't have a stitch of clothing on, but he didn't seem naked in the way that a human would. I knew this being was God. I was dressed in a lovely white lacy dress with a full skirt, and wore a pink bow in my hair. I hope he notices my dress, I thought as I straightened the folds of my skirt. He seemed friendly, so I asked him, "Why haven't you got any clothes on?" He smiled and pointed over the edge of the cloud. I looked down. Stretched below us in space was a clothesline, and on it, fastened with pegs, were tiny baby clothes. Diapers and smocks, little bonnets and socks, were hanging on that line in space. I looked at them and knew that these were his clothes. There was nobody else up here. This was God's place. This was God's clothesline. So these baby clothes belonged to God. I said to myself, "My goodness. He is so terribly big. How can he fit into these tiny little clothes? It must be so very uncomfortable for him to get into them." As I thought this, I looked up at him and saw that he was looking at me and nodding in agreement. Then I heard a very clear voice in my head. It said, "Yes, I wear these clothes from time to time. I put them on when I come among you as man, in the guise of the smallest of the small." And then there arose in me a wave of happy understanding. I sighed the deepest of sighs, so real that I actually heard the tail end of the sigh as I woke up.